I just want to say right off the bat that it might be slightly jarring or problematic that your first introduction to me is going to be me completely butchering a whole bunch of international names. I'm really just trying to like live my truth, like be my like raw, authentic self, you know?
What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick. A sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious.
Hello, Wussies, and welcome to QueerHouse, the home where we try and make sense of artsy-fartsy gay movies. Okay, intervention time. Listen, ladies, we might, maybe, sort of, kind of, have a thing for male-on-male violence. Now, I'm not talking about what you and your man do in the bedroom. I'm talking about what you watch fictional characters and their men do in their bedrooms. For years now across the world, queer men supposedly falling in love always do so starting off being, how we say on Twitter, toxic or unhealthy. American-wise, the obvious first choice that comes to mind would be Brokeback Mountain. Moving to Europe, we have the Irish-British blend of God's Own Country and Being 17, which is from Germany, as well as the French musical turned movie La Cage aux Folles. But is about two African men which definitely end up fighting. And finally, in '76, Japan gave us Kazuki no Uta, which is the first in a very long, so very long list of stories about young men who are violently thrown into trauma bait. But that's more so going into yaoi ring, so you're gonna have to consult your local expert, aka the bi girl who always sits in the back and always has a black butler notebook on her person. These stories tell us that queer men fight each other in the name of love way more than anyone else under the queer umbrella. I mean, you would never see this with a hetero relationship where one or more parties is LGBTQ+, because hitting girls is a no-no. And also never with female-on-female relationships unless the point of the story is that one of the ladies is abusive. And here's the thing, right? I'm not exactly mad at it for existing. You know, I like the visuals just as much as the rest of you gays. My problem is that it's never addressed. Once the two have sex for the first time, any idea that their relationship has internal issues is immediately thrown out the window. And we're just hand-waved with the notion that, oh no, see, they just really wanted it for each other, and they had to push on each other before they could really push on each other. Everything is fine now. Don't even worry about it. And if the relationship ends, it's always an external force. Like, oh cool, we're gay, but society would never accept us. Or, oh cool, we're gay, but one of us died. Or, oh cool, we're gay, but I just realized that I shouldn't be making out with my son's best friend from college squared right in front of my wife and daughter while they were just trying to play golf at the local country club. If you do not get that reference, do yourself a favor, watch The Mulligans. It is a trip, to say the least. I'm just not a fan of this idea that men have to rough each other up in the name of romance, okay? I would just like one of these stories to actually address the same things, but call it toxic. Which one doesn't? It's called Happy Together. Happy Together is a 1997 release about the relationship between Faye, a depressed man who was somberly removed from his family, and Wing, the hoe who removed him from his family. As we address with almost every film of the like, once they screw, the fighting pretty much chills out until we need drama. But with Happy Together, the film starts with them having sex, and then like every other scene is them fighting over literally anything. This isn't being shown as some internalized struggle between the physical and the mental that is relinquished upon release. No, these are two broken individuals who are broken over each other and express their sadness and anger in very different yet similar ways. Take the scenes of Wing going to the bathroom with the guys, that hard cuts right before you can see anything. But the last time they show this, it's not Wing, but it's Faye doing the same thing, and then he outright makes a comment about how, well, this is like a Wing thing to do, but like lonely people are lonely. Which, high-key, I don't blame you if you thought this last one was Wing again, even though it was Faye, because the editing is like a lot. Like, another gay movie a lot, which, speaking of editing, let's talk about the editing. The film has more scenes than most, but it's because the movie cuts the fat to the point where almost everything is being implied, but not much is being said. The audience only sees second glances of what realistically is upwards of months to years, which we know because of things like Wing's injuries healing, and Chang moving, and Faye going through 3 jobs. But from Faye's point of view, none of these things really matter because his entire livelihood is centered around the drain that is his feelings towards Wing. Which that drain is the first thing that the film takes any time to actually zero in on. And even with that more focused eye, the film still has the same editing, so we can only assume that this fight took like weeks. No, the first time that we actually see the film take time to breathe is when Wing is gone and Faye is left to sulk. Depressively so. What I really like about this sulking period too, that honestly lasts until the end of the movie, is that in most films they would bring the guy back, or they would give some reason why you can't be too mad at him. But no, in this case, the movie makes it clear that this entire mess is on these 2 people for being a whole mess. And to me, that's a good thing because it shows that the filmmaker Kar-wai viewed and wrote these characters as characters who are gay, not gay characters that can have gay storylines filled with tons of drama. Or gay-rama. Thank you so much for stopping by the QueerHouse, and bye, Wussy.
Yes! Yes, Gaga!